Hello, folks. It's me, the old deplorable basket case here. I'm back once again, well, this time with my dog. I'm back once again to give you another episode of This Week in Awesome. This time for October the 6th, 2018. First story, well, man. Most new parents know all about toddler-proofing their home, but no matter how prepared you are, mistakes can always happen. Ben and Jackie Belknap of Holiday, Utah relearned this the hard way. The Belknaps have been saving up money for the last year to pay Ben's parents back for University of Utah football season tickets. They're like football. I don't. That's not actually relevant to the story. Originally, the couple had kept the cash locked away in a filing cabinet, but once they had squirreled away $1,060, they placed the cash in an envelope and set it on the counter so they could remember to deliver it to Ben's parents. Then their 2-year-old son Leo found the envelope. Now, young Leo loves to help his parents use the paper shredder. Yeah, not ending well. Whether it is for junk mail or important documents that need to be destroyed. So when he saw the envelope on the counter, he happily took it upon himself to help his parents out and dispose of the mysterious paperwork by putting $1,060 through the shredder. The Belknaps looked all over the house, even in the trash. Then they found it. Though Ben and Jackie initially shed some tears over their savings, their grief eventually turned into laughter. As Jackie said, "For like 5 minutes we just shuffled through it, not talking. We didn't know what to do, and then I broke the silence and I'm like, well, this will make a great wedding story one day." The U.S. Department of the Treasury reimburses people for mutilated currency as a free public service, provided that the pieces of the bills can be returned. So after a quick phone call to the Bureau, Ben was told to simply put the remnants of the money into a plastic baggie and mail it to the department for a full value redemption. Awesome. When Ben made a humorous Twitter post about the incident, sympathetic social media users tried to start a GoFundMe to reimburse them for their savings, but the Belknaps politely declined the offer. Instead, they asked their followers to donate to the Refugee Aid charity. In another progressive step toward ending their decade-long conflict, North and South Korea began removing landmines from the demilitarized zone on Monday. South Korea Army engineers began demining the southern regions of Panmunjom Village and Arrowhead Hill, while North Korean technicians reportedly began the demining process on their own respective territory. The Koreans will be clearing the mines over the course of the next 3 weeks. Once completed, they will continue with the agreements made during the recent peace talks by removing a dozen guard posts from the border before December. The two nations also plan on launching the first joint excavation of the DMZ in order to retrieve the remains of soldiers fallen in the Korean War. Now that is a serious, concrete step toward actual peace on the Korean Peninsula. Moving on, doctors in Finland have just finished a study that proves that a simple course of antibiotics can be just as effective at treating appendicitis as surgery. Following on several other trials over the years, a new published study with its full 5-year follow-up found that nearly 2/3 of the patients randomly assigned in the study to get antibiotics for an uncomplicated appendicitis didn't end up needing surgery in the follow-up time. And those drug-treated patients that did end up getting an appendectomy later were not worse off for the delay in surgery. Which is a really big deal, because delays in surgery are usually really, really bad. So suddenly a whole lot of people all across the world will not need to go through surgery if they get appendicitis. And that's awesome. Really good for everybody. And that's all I get for today, folks. Sorry it's a short one. But please comment below. But thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate everyone who listens to this and hears this. And I also appreciate comments. So please write below with anything you have to say. I would really like to know what you think, especially if you have encouraging news to share. That's all. Have a good day and God bless.